Hey, hey. All right, y'all. I'm back. Yes, I might be looking how I looked last night. However, it is not the same shirt. One was supposed to be black, one was supposed to be white. They sent me two whites. And this sense is still how I feel. For anyone waiting to see me fold, meet me at the laundromat. Um, we're gonna do it one more again. We're gonna start this thing off right. All right. So good evening, y'all. Good evening. Good evening. My name is Marian E. King, owner of Empty Nest LLC, doing business as Empty Nest Logistics. Excuse me. First of all, thank you all so much for being here. All right, like, comment, subscribe, share, all that good stuff that I have to keep remembering to say. An entrepreneur, independent dispatcher. Look, we don't care. I not only dispatch, I also teach others from experience and application. I started with a box truck. I was new, they were new, non-CDL, 24-foot box. Okay. The trinity of challenge and a new authority. We stayed with it. We worked together. All right. And that was October of 2020. We went through the growing pains. We're still going through, but now that owner is a CDL holder, sent two other CDL holders to school. I was there along the way. And now we have three tractor trailers, two refrigerator, and one dry van. All right. So I'm here to let you know and encourage you that it can be done. It's not quick, it's not easy, but it can be done. All right. That's all I got to say about that. All right. Somebody said, oh, out the gate. Come on, Mary. Mary LaShawn say, hey, I have some good news for you. Run it, run it, run it, run it. I want to encourage you all. If you did not see my post, I made a post today about the Patreon space. If you are not in the Patreon space, you are going to want to get there. It is $25 a month. There is a lot there, a lot of help, a lot of incentive. So not only do we help one another there, we meet on Tuesdays and Thursdays, Tuesdays for live cold calling that we do with one another. Leads are provided. We also provide leads as a community. The lead must be vetted. So we have a space for that in our Discord. We also, when we meet together on Thursdays, that's when we have our group session coaching, if you will. That's also the space that, as a part of that community, you can get the self-paced dispatching course for $299. So there's a lot that happens over there. There's a lot of assistance, there's a lot of help, and there's so much more coming. I consider the Patreon space a resource center because there are so many videos and so much information there, and it is consistently coming in every single week because we do lives and we have questions and we have things going on every single week. So we encourage everyone to join. If you cannot make the live sessions, please go back and watch the replay revelations. It is a space where when we are live, we do need for you to be active. So if you still have to work, you can catch the replays. All right. Excuse me. I have four signed dispatcher agreements since I posted my business. One is a fleet of 7 cargo vans and 2 box trucks. Okay, it said BT. So I had to give myself a moment. All right. Got you, Monica. Come on now. Tell me how that goes. I don't know, much about the cargo vans. There was a guy that I used to refer people to go follow, but I think I messed around and took his name off my board, and that's where I messed up. But I'm sure you all will find, what you're needing, how you need it. So congratulations, congratulations, congratulations. Um, go ahead, go ahead. Um, I'm telling y'all, if you do the things, they will work even when you have a setback, because some of us are experiencing that, we move forward, but this ain't it. Okay. So with that, all is well. Y'all, if you need some encouragement, you know, need somebody to bounce some things off of 24 hours a day, get on in the Patreon space. That automatically brings you over to our Discord space. Praise report. I signed a power on it today. Well, all right, Monica. Look at that. Y'all just come on. Come. Oh, Y'all better work, 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 work. Come on. Come on. It will work if you work it. Yes, we have faith, but we got to work that faith. Okay, look at the reports. Look at the reports. And they will tell you honesty and work. Honesty and work. Hey DJ, how's it going? For everybody who was on, or if you missed the Patreon live tonight, it has been posted. That's what took me so long to get on here. I was making sure that I had it posted before I got on here because sometimes when I get off here, I forget and I just want to go shower and go to bed. Excuse me. What did you say about my post? I got a call. I'm sorry. I didn't say anything about it. I was just saying congratulations. I don't know much about the cargo vans. However, you can find what you need. I was saying there was somebody that I used to refer people to on TikTok, but I messed around and wiped it off my board. If there's anybody who remembers what the name was, if you could post it so I can let her know. You're welcome. You're welcome. Y'all, if I leave abruptly, let me go ahead and make the announcement now. I messed around and had some mystery meat from Boo Boo Bell, aka Taco Bell. So if the live just cut off, that means that I just hit the cord and cut everything off because I had to move quickly. All right. And no, I teetered, but I'm not doing the TMI. But if I have to get up out of here, what's happening, Renee? How's it going? How's it going? That's right. Faith without works is dead. And we got to work that faith. Okay. Work it, work it, work it. It can be done. You don't have to do this alone. Okay. You don't have to be all by yourself. You don't have to be. You don't have to be. Okay. What is happening? Yeah. You don't have to do it alone. You don't have to be by yourself. Come into the community or catch, us live, catch hold of somebody, which is probably that somebody's going to tell you, come into the space. Come on in the room. Come on. Come on. I told a stranger about you. Well, I greatly appreciate that, Ms. CYC5. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate y'all. Now, you know better than eating that Taco Bell. And I knew better. And I knew better. Okay. But I did know to stop. Baby, can you stop? Okay. I knew to stop messing around with that Taco Bell. That what is it called? It was like a Dorito one. My husband was eating it, but he had to get up out of here. Ready to get back to work, just had a baby. Did you? So wait a minute. So you was with child at the function, down to the situation that y'all had. Or shortly thereafter. Well, congratulations. Is it a boy or a girl? Look, I went to a function with UTLS Dispatch 411 last year. Thank you so much. You said you're a gem. We appreciate you too. I appreciate that. And we had a good time. It was nice and everything. And now she's telling me she's ready to get back to work because she just had a baby. Oh, look at that. See? She's running the dispatch service. She had the baby, but you see, she is ready to get back to it. And her husband have a wonderful business, y'all. They got it going on. They will teach. They will train. I don't know if she still has in person. Thank you. It's a girl. Oh, a little mini you. Ain't that something? Look it out. The dispatch babies. Listen, Monica just had one too. Woo, maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago now. Yes. Oh, I love it, y'all. Look at that. The family is spreading. The family is spreading. Come on, kinfolk. Be fruitful, okay? And multiply. Amen. So what y'all got going on? Y'all, well, let me tell y'all something. So today I experienced, y'all know how I always say all the time. The people say, they don't know who I am. The people say they ain't never seen me. The peoples, I have to call them the peoples because I don't quite know who they are. However, the views that I'm getting which got me monetized on Facebook, tells me that the peoples are looking, even if I don't know them, right? So I had heard through the grapevine that there was someone that was mocking, not mocking me, but 4 weeks. I love how you keep up with us. I be paying attention, y'all. Listen, that's one thing. I was, in service for so long that you got to remember the people's name. You kind of got to remember, and then I see y'all. I've established a rapport. See, that's what I'm talking about right there. Even when I don't see some of y'all, sometime when you come back, I be like, hey, ain't that such and such? Where you been? Or y'all will pop in and say, I've been out for whatever, how long? Hello, how y'all doing? So I had heard that there was somebody out there that was speaking the words right out of my mouth and right out of my throat. Yes, THOAK. All right. Down to the mannerisms, down to the now when you follow me, I am distinct. I am me. You gonna know me when you see me, and you definitely gonna know when somebody is, if you don't know me, you're gonna say, okay, was this lady doing it first? Or was this lady doing it first? Okay. Now it was not, that deep. It wasn't that, they wasn't doing it that well. However, the words that they were saying are the ones that come right out of my throat. So I had heard about it again on this morning. All right. Cause y'all know I have to tell y'all about it. All right. To tell you about it. And I said, this person sounds familiar. I said, I'm gonna have to go see. And as soon as I seen him, I said, oh, I know who this is. Hello, do investors, how's it going? But I attached to it was that this person was teaching a class and stuff. And I said, no, this can't be, because I just seen this person in December and they were not, they weren't doing well enough to be teaching anybody anything. However, sure enough, when I had went and seen, they speaking like you, they saying they doing, you might be on here tonight. Hey girl, hey. So I said, I'm gonna go follow so I can see when they on live. So when I had went to go follow la 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 la, I synced that they were on live. Ain't it all right? Won't it reveal it? I ain't have to wait. Did not. So I popped in and let me tell y'all something. I did not say anything at first. Okay. And so folk in my community, thank y'all so much. Look at y'all with the, come on with the gifts over here on TikTok. Thank y'all so much. So I popped on, people who was watching, people had telling me they were on as well. So, excuse me, I came in, I came in real corporate. So, if you're in corporate, if you are a trainer or if you are a teacher, that they have the times where your superior come in and they monitor you. Now, I'm not saying that I was her superior. What I'm saying is I operated in the same way. They just come in, they stay real quiet. They don't really say too much. They just observe the situation. They observe how you handling things. They observe, how people are responding. They just observe. Okay. All right. So that's what I did. I said, okay, I'm in the industry. You in the industry. Let me see what you doing and why the people is saying that you is operating in flattery, because they say it's flattery. Imitation is the best form of flattery. That's what the people say. So I said, let me go see me. Okay, let me see how I look to the people. Let me go see me. All right. So I pulled up. Boom, 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 boom. Put some respect on my name. Okay, pulled up on. Okay, so I sat for a moment, and and I began to observe, and in that observation, I began to say, oh, this is not his will. But y'all know me, I try to remain in a positive space. All right. I try to remain. So I waited because I said, just like the choir, just like sometime pastor, Just like somebody giving a speech. Sometimes when they start off, they be a little nervous. They be a little nervous. So you got to wait for them to warm up, huh? So I said in my observation, huh, that let us watch, as well as pray, huh? So I began to observe. Now, in my observation time, there had been people in my community that had hopped in as well. Again, we not messy. I just came to see me, because the people said, hey, is somebody doing the same thing, saying the same thing, setting up their situations on the same days, and everything that you say, they on here saying. I said, well, let me go see. You know what I'm teaching the peoples, right? What I'm teaching the peoples. I don't know who you are. However, you came in childish, so children church, you go. All right, you're not ready to be in here with the adults. With the adults, you got to say it like the old people that say envelop. You can't be in here with the adults, so you go over there and play with the children. All right, so I'm watching, and I am thinking to myself, oh my. So again, I still have not said anything. I'm on the outside looking in. Okay. So this goes on. Oh, it goes on. All right. So the person had struck out and said something, and that is what prompted me to say good morning. Okay. So then, it went on. But when I said, and the people who was on there can tell you, when I said good morning, there began to be a rattle and a shake and a nervousness, a nervousness that had appeared. Am I right about it? Who was there this morning? Am I right about it? Now, this was, I had heard a couple of things that I say, but I'm not the only one with words. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the only one with words. There's a whole dictionary, a whole dictionary full of words. But it is the way that I say and the things that I say, because that's how I do. You know how you kind of just know some stuff is you? It sure was. They were shaking and fiddling. I ain't want to get that, but hey, we was watching. We weren't we watching? We saw it. Like I was just like, oh, I didn't say anything, but it was like, do anybody? They was like, oh, you see, I mean, it was visible. And then the hair, like it was okay. All right, so I'm still watching. So then, look, they all like, you're right, you're right. It happened just like this. Let me tell you something. I ain't a liar. If I'm a bust hell wide open, it ain't gonna be for lying. Okay. Before I was married, it probably was gonna bust hell wide open for fornication. But I done been delivered. All right. Hear me? I've been delivered. But anyway, so we're watching. I didn't say anything, but I saw, what was going on. So I still chilled, because do your thing. Now, in this, let me let y'all know something. This is why I try not to be negative. This is why I tell y'all I don't try to talk down on other people's businesses and how they do things, because everybody has some kind of experience, and that may just be their experience. Not only do they have experience, they have an audience who is on the exact page as them. No matter how bright, no matter how dull, there is an audience who is going to eat up every word that is being said and will fight you if you try to say something else. So I began to notice in the comments that they had one real ooh, I think that I found myself a cheerleader. They had one, and he was a go hard. You hear me? Real serious. So as I'm observing the situation, I'm also trying to think, how can I help sister? Okay? Because I don't want to be a hindrance. And this is one thing about me. If I see you, in a space that is not very helpful for you, if I feel like I could pull your coattail, then I'm gonna do it. But sometimes when I can't quite find it, I just have to continue observing and look for an end, because I don't want my people to be out here looking crazy. However, sometimes you gotta leave them where they are. You can't approach them. They feel like they. So I was trying to find it, because it was really going. Oh, it was going somewhere fast. All right, and it wasn't in the upward situation. So then they started saying things that I say, just how I say them, and then they tried to fix them. And it's okay. You're watching, you're learning. But here's the thing: if you hear me say something, go research it so you have the rest. Okay? So if you're going to say the sayings, when somebody asks you about it, you need to have the rest. You see what I'm saying? You got to have the answer, huh? You got to have it. So they struck out and said that they used to charge 6%, and they had realized that, this ain't happening. I'm doing too much work for this. Okay. Let me tell y'all now, it's not going to be a bashing session. Okay. This is going to be what had happened by observation, because we're not going to do that. Okay. Then they said that they had boosted it up to 8%. And now for their new people, they were going to be charging 10%. Now, y'all knew that was right up my alley, right? Because what's my thing? You need to be able to speak to your percentage. So as I listened to what she was saying and what she was doing, I said, oh, well, let me see what's up. What? So I asked, hey, what does this 10% entail? Because I need to know. I know you was a dispatcher. I know you was. So now you done booped that thing up to 10. What you doing now? Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. I want to. Somebody said grave fee. No, don't kill them dead. I find their loads. Um, I submit their information to the factoring company if they got a factoring company, right? I send a report of how many loads they did and how much they made. Now, in my mind, when I send you the rate confirmation, you know your mileage, but okay, because it goes along where people use that back office support. Um, that don't mean nothing. It just sound good. You ain't doing nothing spectacular. But hey, let sister give me the breakdown, because I need to be informed. Um, and I send them then a phone call came, saving grace. A phone call came in. Oh, but the phone call took it more into shambles. All right. No, I don't think this was a shambles phone call. I think this was a phone call that somebody was calling wanting a service. All right. So I had begun getting phone calls in, but it wasn't that serious for me to get off yet. So sister came back. Um, I let her live. I didn't revisit it. But somebody in the comments said, hey, you was telling us what that 10% was. I was like, oh, well, somebody want to know, all right? The peoples want to know. So it wasn't much more. It was more so trying to figure out what you're doing for 10. But it didn't quite, warrant 10%. As a matter of fact, it didn't even warrant 8. However, get your coin. I'm not gonna knock nobody from getting their coin. Did you hear me? So then another phone call rang. And this is where it just began where it was already rattling. The screws was already loose all throughout. Like every question that was asked, there was no verbiage. It was, you can do such and such or whatever, however, whatever it's called, you know. But again, people have an audience, because I would not have accepted the answers that were being given. What is or whatever? I need some information, or however they do, or whatever they call it. Okay, all right. And being that part of the website is, you can use me at your leisure. Um, that explains. I'm going to be helpful. I'm going to be helpful. That's what it says to me. Okay. I'm going to be helpful. I'm going to be as helpful as possible. I do hope that help does not include working for free. Okay. So the phone call came in, and it just kind of went down after that. Like it showed that they were not in control of their business. It showed right out in front of everybody that they were not running, in fact, a business. They were just kind of real pushover. There was the drivers were telling that person what to do and how it was going down, One driver ended up calling in saying how something go right and he didn't get paid and all kind of stuff while this person was on vacation. Like it was, and it was just all, oh, I didn't know. Oh, my assistant threw the assistant under the bus. And not the only did they throw the assistant under the bus, they reversed on the assistant, pulled forward and reversed again. Okay, no responsibility was taken. Now after that, I got a phone call because I had to do my work. Okay, and my work is focusing on my carriers. All right, seeing what's going on, getting that detention pay. You know, I had a couple things that I needed to do right there in business. So I, needless to say, I gave about 30 minutes. Um, and I wanted to try to figure out how I could help sister. But what I'm gonna tell you, what else I observed, um, reaching out is not going to be something that's going to be received well, because you could tell by the following that can't nobody quite beyond approach. You know, we're not above reproach, but it was beyond. Um, the driver, some people that were still on the driver did not get the rate confirmation. Yeah, they didn't know who the broker was, couldn't find the phone number. Like it was real. I oh oh so I say that to say this because I went to see, because you can, here's the thing, y'all can watch me, y'all can observe me, you can take the things that I say right out of my mouth and you can go and regurgitate that information. Okay, but what you cannot do is be somebody else because they're already taken. Here's the thing I say about the formula. You're going to get what you're going to get from me until God give me the rest. I don't know the formula because it's not mine. But what I do know is that I study to show myself approved. Okay? In my word, in my life, and in my business. That's how come anything that I tell you, you can trust it, but you also need to verify. Because everything that I say it is not law. Okay, I can stand to be corrected. I can stand to learn something new every day. I can stand to learn somebody else's perspective and understanding, because that's what we're supposed to do, you know, with one another. That doesn't just apply to your morals and your principles. That applies to life. Because in order for us to get along, in order for us to love one another, in order for us, we have to learn from each other. There is something that everybody has that somebody else can learn. There is a way that is more than one way. There is a perspective that is more than a perspective. You know, there's just, it was just funny and weird to hear somebody say what you do and try to put your natural thing, which is coming off unnatural for them, in a way. But again, it comes with the territory. And I got to tell y'all about it. It is weird. I'm gonna tell you something else that's weird too. On my personal page, I have never posted on my business page from my personal page. However, there are people on my business page that I never invited to my personal space that like things that I post on my personal page. I think that is weird as hell, because why are you looking for me? How did you find me? Like, weirdness don't just go like this. Okay? Weirdness. But again, when you out here and you talking and you doing, people gonna be looking for you. And we don't know each other for real, for real. Don't. We don't. So, you know, it was just it was conversation worthy. Um, and I believe even if I didn't have a phone call, I was going to leave anyway, because y'all know I try to remain in a space of positivity, but I could not find, you know, anything else. And it bothered me a bit because it was real blind leading the blind. And it again brings up, like how I try to talk to y'all, when we come into this industry and we're desperate for information and we hop on the first thing that we hear. We don't know, that don't make no sense, because we don't know anything. And it's so sad. And as somebody said earlier, they were like, what's going to happen with those people is they're going to start finding and researching on their own, and they're going to find, that, hey, this ain't this ain't right. And when I tell y'all, it is weird to hear somebody say what you're saying, and it's what you say, because I'm authentically me. If I have to get my on about my business voice on, then we'll go ahead and do that and take care of that in the interim. But for the most part, I'm on here speaking how I'm speaking, just as country hood as I want to be, not too far, visit it, but not linger. Okay, we can't stay on the block, huh? In the hood phase too long. However, to hear somebody try to, you can't duplicate that. It's mine. It's me. It's who I am. But yeah, y'all just watch again who you follow. Imitation, best form of flattery. That's all well and good. But if you're going to do that, make sure you know what you're talking about as well. In the words of Marian, that's all she was missing. That's all she was missing. Just if you're going to do that, listen, people know things, people have information. Find out the rest. The same way I tell y'all, when you're in these groups, and people ask questions, if you know that the answer to the question, answer the question. That is going to draw them to your inbox. Just like I tell you, if you see a question and you don't know the answer, that is a space for you to go and research so you have the answer and you can come back with the answer. The same thing. If you see somebody on here talking and you feel like they're talking good, you said she was missing more than a little. If they give you something, go get the rest. That way, when you get ready to operate in your walking plagiarism space, when you get ready to start your acting gig, when you get ready to speak to your following, to your community, you know something else. Because one thing about when you spew some information out on somebody, they either want more, if they don't understand, they need clarification, and you need to be able to walk them through the next. You need to be able to walk them through the rest. I hope you're watching tonight, sweetie. You got to be able to give them the rest, because once you start opening people's mind for information and they really get into it, they become a sponge. Now, some of those sponges are not going to go and research further. Some of those sponges are going to rely on you to give them the next thing, like they are thirsty and you are a cool drink of water. So you have to watch it. You have to be mindful. And this is why I tell y'all, I pray before I come on here. I ask for not only my steps to be ordered, but for my words to be pleasing unto him, pleasing coming out of my mouth, and are bread for the people. Because this is a responsibility. And if I lead you all wrong, if I tell you wrong, if I walk you into the lion's den behind some money, because we call the things over here. Nobody wants to put in the work. Everybody wants to jump into big rig money. Oh, courses is where it's at. Watch who you follow, because you're going to walk yourself right into hell, or right into a hellacious situation, or right into some trouble, because you didn't trust but verify, because you didn't have the foresight to say, okay, I've asked this question 14 times, and 14 times I have been ignored. And somebody has asked, where can I buy your course at? Mm-hmm. The same 14. All 14, I got to answer. We got to do better, y'all. You got to do better. Because if you do what you should do, money will come. I do this because I love it. Money is a byproduct. Money is a byproduct. Because I am operating like I should, finances came. Because I'm operating like I should, resources came. Do you see what they did? They came to me. I didn't have to go out and chase them. I didn't have to lie for it. Okay. I didn't have to shake it for it. Okay. Do nothing strange for a piece of change for it. I just said, I'm going to do what I'm supposed to be doing in the way that I'm supposed to be doing it. And money has chased me down. Chased me down so, there's a testimony. My sister hit me up almost 11 o'clock Friday night. And she told me that the lady that we went to church with when I was a younger girl, I ain't even know the lady like that. I saw her a couple of times. Now she had some brothers that was fine as wine. Hallelujah. Okay. But I ain't pay her too much mind because that just ain't my cup of tea. And plus, I think that she probably was older. But them brothers, my God. Anyway, get yourself together, girl. Say the woman reached out to her out of nowhere and said, I need to get up with your sister because I can help her, get some money for her. But I ain't bit more. I haven't lived at home. I haven't lived in Orlando in over 10 years. Before that, over 10 years, I wasn't riding down the street. The church was on. So I ain't seen this lady. And this lady had somebody find my sister, to find me, to tell me, call me. I got something for you. This is why when you do what you're supposed to do, that's all you got to do. Walk in obedience, and everything you need is going to come. Everything. Everything. Now, ain't a bit more. Okay? Just do. That's why y'all don't listen. I told y'all see me silent and I haven't been on as often as I was. That's because I'm working on something for you. Something that is going to continue to enhance and give you options. So sometimes I'm going to have to be a little bit more quiet because I got to work while it is day. I have to work on it too, because this is a year of action. This is the year of action for our community. We are getting into the things. We are finding our way. We finding what we like. We finding what we don't like. We finding out information that we didn't know before. We finding out the spaces that we can get into and that we want to move, how we want to move. But I also realized I had to stop talking so much. Okay? I had to. I had to bring some of that talking into a space, and even in that space, that's not all of the talking, because there's another space that I got to create for talking and doing. Okay. Get into the Patreon community. I'm telling you now, you want to get in now. Okay. Because when it gets where it's going, don't catch the train too late. We pass the times now where you want to sit and watch, and then when somebody is starting to become successful, starting to become popular, that's when you want to come get on. You get on at the foundation. Okay, you help lay these bricks. Okay, so when it is time for all of that, you already there. You ain't starstruck. You ain't tripping. You not approaching nobody on false pretenses. Because a lot of folk want to be a caboose on your train when it start moving. But when it's stagnant, it ain't got no wheels, it ain't got no track, it ain't got no engine, they don't want no parts of it. And we'll sit and watch you struggle to fix it. We passed that time. You hear people say we're building. Get in when they say they building, because once it is built, it's going to be harder for you to make moves, getting where you want to be and getting to whom you want to get to. Watch what I say. And that's all I'm going to say. Because I'll tell y'all right now, people who are doing and moving and whatever it is that they're doing, they see the vision. They don't see all of it because it's not theirs. But they know that it's going somewhere. But you got a lot of people on there. Oh, I can do that. Oh, that's the idea she got going. I can fix that. I can pull that together. I see people out here right now in the last 2 weeks, ever since I mentioned about teaching y'all how to do the cold calling, they all in these groups. Who needs a cold caller for their business? Y'all done seen them. Who need a cold caller? I'm a cold caller. Who needs a cold caller for their business? Baby, what I'm about to bring to the people, you sitting on a payphone, and they don't even got these out here no more. Because the people that I'm going to pour into, they're not just going to be out here going on the FMCSA website, pulling something and selling it to you. They're going to have what you want. Okay? The cold calling block going to be hot. And ain't nobody going to have the product that we out here selling, that we pushing. Believe that. But do what you got to do. Do what you got to do, because I ain't going to knock your hustle. But I am here if you want to enhance it with an invoice. Don't play with me. If y'all ain't teaching me nothing else, y'all done taught me to stop working for free. Here I was on here telling y'all, we don't work for free. We don't work for free. And I'm out here, what you say, you need some help? I got you. Yeah, I got the courses now. Yeah, I got the, yeah, but what you? Yeah. We live and we learn. We live and we learn. So yes, anybody got any questions or concerns? I never want to be before you long, and I don't want to. I'm gonna start watching my video times too, y'all, because I want people to be able to go back and watch. But I don't want them to have to go, 4 hours in for the point. So we're gonna try to, keep it at an hour. However, if it gets spirited, we're gonna let it flow. Yes, we are. But yeah, I'm gonna cut that down because we have the Patreon space now, and that is a space where we can get into it and really get down. And I want to also let these videos be in a space where they can stay public. Again, however, if it gets spirited, I'm gonna let it do what it do, and that video just won't be public. You'll have to find that replay in the Patreon space. All right, all hearts and minds are clear. All right. Well, wait a minute. Let me make sure everybody good. Thank y'all so much for the gifts, the hearts, the stars, the flowers, the roses. Thank y'all, the hearts. I think I said the hearts, but that's all right. I'm gonna say it again because I appreciate y'all. And that's how y'all bring, people over. So I was advised, but I don't really know how this is gonna work out. That on TikTok, I should consider starting to let people go live with me and ask questions, but they have to give me a gift. It has to be a decent gift. Now, I don't know what a decent gift is, but I am considering it. Thank you so much, Ms. La, because that is another way that I can, do what needs to be done for those who just pass by. What y'all think about that? I don't know how the gifts work, so I have to go and see what a good gift is. Because if it's gonna be a good consultation, and it's gonna set you free, like we did old boy last week. What y'all think about that? Hey, I'm new here. I found you via a YouTube search. Oh, I'm on a YouTube search. I've been exploring and learning and seeking resources. I am not able to commit full time due to my 9 to 5. I'm learning part-time. I look forward to your videos. Thank you. You're welcome, Erica. You are welcome. Welcome. Let me see if anything else popped off over here. Okay. Y'all good over there. So y'all, I'm thinking about that and taking into consideration, but I have to see what that is and that sort of thing. Um, but was that last week that I talked to that guy, or was it the week before now? It might have been 2 weeks ago now. Yes. Did y'all catch that live? I believe it's still up somewhere. But he came back. He's actually taking the course. Um, he's looking for him a new dispatcher, but I think somebody may be conversing with him. That is a lead that is over in Patreon. And leads is another thing that happens over there in Patreon. Okay, leads over there in Patreon. When people reach out to me and they need a dispatcher, vetted leads. Let me not forget not to put vetted on the front. So we have 2 ways that you can get leads in the Patreon. 3, actually. One is when you are in cold calling, the leads are provided. But the other 2, between me and other people in the Patreon space. So if I get a lead, I am going to vet the lead, which means if somebody reaches out to me and they say they need a dispatcher, I am going to ask them, what's your name? What's your company name? What's your MC number? Are you willing to go over the road? I'm going to, my homeboy said them. Okay. And then I'm going to bring the lead over into, we have a space on Discord where we just drop leads off. We're not having conversation in there. You just drop the lead off. If you see a lead in there that you want, you hit reply, you put your name on it, and that lets everybody know that you took it. Again, I can't stop nobody from going behind you and calling them too. I can't do nothing about that. Okay. But the person on the other end of the phone can. I already got a dispatcher. Or no, I don't need nobody. So that's how we're gonna work that. That's all we can do. That's all I can do. Where is the love? All right. So that is one way. Another way is if there's anyone in the Patreon community that has vetted a lead, which means that they did their cold call and they said, hey, how's it going? My name is so and so from such and such company. Are you in the market for a dispatcher? The person said, you know what? Yes. I need somebody. So the representative, okay, the dispatching engineer, Gonna sound good. The dispatching engineer said, okay, all right. So speaking with the owner, your name is such and such. All right. And make sure I have it correctly. The name of your company is all right. And are you your authority? How long has it been active? Are you willing to go over the road? Do you know your rate per mile? You know, everything that is on there, you're going to ask them. This is the only way you can present the lead. Do not present the lead with an email address. Let me tell you why. We will not operate in the spirit of lazy in this community. There are many who do not want to cold call, so they want to get the SMS app and they want to get the email. This is a business to business situation. If you want my business, I need to hear from you. I better not see a text from you. I better not see an email from you if I have not given you permission to contact me via those channels. And the only way I can give you that permission is for me to speak to you. So I can feel you out, see if we establish a rapport, see if I ever want to hear from you again. If I do not, I'm going to say no, thank you. Now, after you have established a rapport and after this person has provided you with their email, they said, I want to hear from you. Here is my email. I want to hear from you at gmail.com. I want to hear from you at yahoo.com. I want to hear from you at whatever my business name is.com. If they do not give you that permission, do not do that. I gave the example earlier when we were in our Thursday night session on Patreon. If my phone is messed up and I'm receiving text messages and emails that voice messages, and my phone is already acting up and I'm missing calls. You playing on my phone. I'm going to call it what it is. You playing on my phone by being able to avoid making my phone ring and just leaving me a voicemail, making me feel like my phone is more jacked up than I think it is. Now I go spend $150 or I go buy me a new phone. And it was never my phone. It was you. Don't do that. The email situation that y'all got going on the same way. How are you going to operate business to business if you don't do what needs to be done? Even corporate America, when they're trying to establish a relationship, they have somebody reach out to that person. It could be a sales rep, it can be an account rep, but to initiate that business, they get somebody on the phone or in their face. You are a business. You are a corporation. Govern yourself accordingly. In that governing, educate yourself. If you are in a learning environment and you aren't doing anything, what are you trying to do? Because in this space, we are forever learning, together and apart. If you are somebody that is sitting somewhere waiting for somebody to give you every single step, this community is not going to be for you. If you are consistently asking questions that are right on Google or right where you took your course or right where somebody already said you don't want to look, you don't want to go, we're not doing that. We in the action. Ask your questions, don't get me wrong. But what are you going to do in the interim? Because sometimes some of the questions that y'all ask, you're not doing anything outside of when we meet. And I know it. It's not okay because this is still your business. And I could sit here and I could give you the blueprint. And I could give you word for word on what to do and how to do. But what you're going to do when the person on the other end of that interaction asks you a question outside of what I provided for you? What do you know for yourself? Study to show thyself approved. Listen to the word, but read it for yourself. Trust, yet verify. You got to show your growth. Show your range. Show it. So yes, y'all, we going places. Okay. We taking the scenic route in some areas. And in some areas, we taking a private jet and we moving expeditiously. Okay. But however we're moving, we do operate in a take you where you are space. If you are willing to grow, we are willing to go. If you are willing to follow the steps, do your part, I'm here for it, hand in hand. But we have to do our part. It's a must. Right? Y'all good? Good, good, good. We operate an application. That's right. We must apply. And what is apply? Movement. Okay? Faith without works. Movement. You got to work that faith. Okay? You got to do some work. Okay? Application, work, apply, movement. It's all in the movement. Grow, movement. Okay? This is a movement. This is a movement. Okay? Y'all know I always say dispatching is a ministry. But anyway, everybody all right? All hearts and minds are cleared. I hope to see you all in the Patreon space. Only want to see you growing in the Patreon space. Patreon. It's a Prince remix. Okay, God bless the day. Green-eyed little man. No, he was talented. But anyway, thank you all. Thank you all. Thank you all. I'm looking. Y'all good, good, good. Everybody all right? Everybody okay? Again, thank you for the stars. I give you the sun, the rain, the moon, the stars, and the mountains. I'll give you after 7. Now, what y'all know about it? Ready on, don't you know, you should know. Man, the brothers just be singing. But anyway, so y'all gonna get a lot here. You're gonna get the word, you're gonna get some words, you're gonna get a concert, impromptu, just a whole lot of things. But I tell you what you're gonna get when you leave here. What you're gonna get a good time, you're gonna get some information, you're gonna get what you need, you're gonna get know where to find the things. I have watched you grow. Kudos. Thank you so much, Matt Claus 74. I appreciate that so much. I really do. I really do. Big Luther. Woo! Thank you, thank you, thank you. And it's so good to see people come back through who was here when. Who knew me when I was just on here like this is a struggle. Ain't nobody told me nothing. Somebody done lied. How you get into the money this bad, this big, this fast? Where you got them receipts from? What route did you take? Because what you showing, I can't tell. But I found my way, and my way just happened to be the scenic route. But I'm going to tell you something. I saw some things on that route that I'm able to share with you. I saw some things on that route that I'm able to shield you from. I saw some things on that route that I'm able to keep you from going through. I saw some things on that route. But here is one thing that I know. Somebody has to go before us to see the path, clear the path, okay, and make way. And when they get there, they have to reach back. I'd be remiss not to tell you and remind you and be honest with you. And I would be dead wrong not to get into a space and don't come back for you. Don't look back for you. Don't leave breadcrumbs where you can see them and find the way and find your way. I would be wrong. And that ain't what I'm here for. That's not service. I've never heard of Patreon until I started watching you. I'm going to check it out. Any tips about enrollment? Enrollment. Can you tell me what enrollment pertains to? Mm-hmm. I get a little emotional, y'all, but it's all right. It's all right. Because when I look back over my life, let me stop talking. Because baby, but don't went and had a whole experience in here, whole worship encounter. And I'm not trying to do that because everybody not, this is still yet a business page. Excuse me. So I'm gonna see what she's asking about enrollment because I'm not quite sure what she's asking or what it's pertaining to. So I'm gonna get that. Oh, I'm doing good. 57:40. Had 3 more minutes. Unless anybody has any questions or concerns. You walk me up this morning, started me on my way. The Lord is blessing me right now. Oh, right now. Give her a second, y'all. I see Discord was going. I'm gonna have to check that when I get off here. I started my box truck company. Got everything except the truck. They're LOL, they are so expensive. Yeah, and they become so popular too. Mac, because everybody out here trying to get one. Then you got people trying to sell theirs off and trying to hit a lick with that too. Or they got all of these specifics. Please read the whole thing before you comment, before you inbox me. Do you want to sell the truck or not? What are you doing? Is dispatching easy to do? Dispatch is something that requires consistency and gets easier as you do it. Not gonna be on here telling you no lies, talking about, oh yes, it's easy. It's not that hard. The task itself may not be, but the task that you have to do to run the business. Challenging is a better word than hard, though. But it is definitely not easy. It's not quick. Consistency will yield you reward, though. That I can say. Tragedies are commonplace. Y'all know that song? That was before people hated Kim. As for me, I mean, all I can say is, I knew this was upside down. Thank you, Lord, for all you've done for me. Come on, Monica. I booked my North Carolina box truck first load today. Okay, you got him up out of there. That's what I'm talking about. It could have been me outdoors with no food and no clothes. Could have been. Matter of fact, it was. Yes, sir. It was me. You're welcome. With 3 little kids. Huh? At the pump, got to make a decision. Am I going to get them a loaf of bread and the mayonnaise packs? Am I going to get sanitary napkins or gas? It was me. And all of that prepared me for now. Because in this season, during a pandemic, during all of what's going on, I have seen no lack. As a matter of fact, in this season, I have seen more than I ever have in this life. And I don't take it for granted. And I make sure that I get on here and I make sure that I do the best that I can so the next person can be in position. So the next person can have and be if they do the work. Because that's one thing I won't tell you, that I didn't have to do no work. Okay? I didn't only have to do work. I had to cry. Huh? I had to beg and plead and wrestle. Not to lose my mind. But I was determined, okay, that before I leave this earth, I will see how it is to live well. I will be of service to others. I will treat others like I want to be treated. I will. Not I'll think about it. Not and maybe I will. Okay, you got to declare that thing. And stand on it. All hearts and minds are clear. It is well. All right, y'all. Join us over on Patreon. Catch me live. Subscribe to my YouTube. You know, if you are not ready to make any kind of investments, if you want the course now has 2 prices. One is $399 for the self-paced course only, 1 month, just 30 days. And then the second option is $499 for 30 days. And then a 30-day coaching, mentoring, group coaching and mentoring. If you are in the Patreon space, you have your monthly membership, you can get the course for 30 days for $299. Since you're already in the space, then you'll already be getting your coaching mentorship. However, if you leave after you take the course, then of course you won't get it because that's a part of the membership. All right. I greatly appreciate y'all. Y'all could have been anywhere but here, but you decided to pass by and give me just a little bit of your time, and I greatly appreciate it. I hope I did right by you. All right. So y'all have yourselves a good night. I'm gonna go up here and shower and lay it down. I'm probably gonna talk with the people on Discord for a little while because I wasn't able to really get with them today. Just see what they got going on, and then I'm gonna lay it down. Oh, lay it down. Okay, lay it down. That's what Lord say, lay it down. All right, so y'all have a good night. I greatly appreciate y'all, and I will see y'all tomorrow. Tomorrow is Friday. Yeah, I'll probably hop on here for a little bit tomorrow. So, and tomorrow is payday Friday. Dispatchers is payday Friday. Did y'all send those invoices out on Wednesday to be paid by Friday? If not, get them on out. If you don't know how, I will show you over in the Patreon space. All right, Matter of fact, I'll go ahead and add something tonight. So you all will know. All right. So y'all have a good night. I will talk to y'all later.